Hey everyone, time to refresh the fridge. Have you ever looked in your refrigerator and felt like there was nothing in there to eat, even though there was a refrigerator full of food? That's my problem right now. I need to go grocery shopping because it feels like I don't have any food, but I do have food. I have food in my refrigerator, but I don't even know what's in there. So I'm going to take everything out and organize my refrigerator before I go shopping. So I'm going to take you along with me so you can see how I do that. Hi, my name is Claudia, and today I am tackling this refrigerator and freezer. It is a mess, let me tell you. There is so much stuff in here that I don't even know what's in here, and I need to know because before I do any more shopping, I need to see what's in my refrigerator. And I bet once I go through everything, I can pretty much guarantee I probably have a good 2 weeks worth of food already in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and get all this stuff out. Okay, let's take a look at my refrigerator. Oh my goodness. It is jam-packed with food. You can see on the top shelf I have beverages. In the middle I have fast foods, breads and eggs. And then I have fruits and vegetables. That drawer I normally keep my cheeses in, and I don't even know what's in that white container. We'll definitely have to take a look at that. You see I have vegetables shoved in the back. I don't even know what vegetables are in there. And then in this bottom drawer I have looks like some packages of avocados and more fruit. And then we get to this door, which is just butter on the top and cream cheese and so many condiments. I'm not sure why I have so many bottles of mustard, especially spicy brown mustard. I really only have literally one recipe that I use this for. So I know I need to go through those and make sure that they haven't expired. That one's it almost looks like it's not even full. It looks like it's almost empty. Then I have salad dressings and sauces on the next shelf, which I bet some of those have expired, and then they continue on the bottom shelf. So I've got to go through all that stuff because I'm sure some of it's no good. So now let's take a look at the freezer. There's stuff in it, but what's in there, I'm not even sure. It looks like I have some breakfast sausages and hamburger patties, and it looks like on the next shelf I have some salmon and sausages. It's just so much stuff just all mixed up. It's so hard to tell what's in there. I also have french fries and biscuits, and what is underneath that I don't even know. I have more hamburger patties and Brussels sprouts, frozen vegetables. I'm probably have more of those underneath there. And then on the door I have breakfast quesadillas or regular quesadillas and ice packs, and looks like that is some taco meat, more ice packs. You would think that we carried a lot of lunch boxes, and we really don't. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in there. I just need to go through it and see what's all in there so I will have a place to start. So I'm about to start organizing my side-by-side refrigerator. And when you're organizing this side-by-side, you have to be very, very careful about the space that you have, because the space in the side-by-side it seems like it's a lot less space than the one with the French doors, but actually from what I understand the space is about the same. It's just distributed differently and you can see things a lot clearer. So I'm going to be very careful when I take everything out. I'm going to make sure that I get everything organized in a way that works best for me. I have taken one of the drawers out before, so I had extra shelf space, but I think I'm going to put it back in because I can use it a lot more efficiently if I have the drawer in the right space. So I'm going to work on that, and it's going to take me purging and going through some things because I can guarantee you I probably have some things on this door for sure that need to be thrown away. But my goal here is to really just make sure that when I have things in my refrigerator, I have things in there that I can eat easily or cook easily and be able to see what's in there, because the problem right now is that I can't see what's in there. And in the process of doing this, I think I've decided that I'm going to stop shopping in bulk, because what happens is I end up with a lot of extra food that I put in my refrigerator in the garage, and it's great to have extra if you eat it. And for me, I end up forgetting that it's out there, and I'm really going to be a lot more conscientious about how I shop, because at the end of the day, for me to eat healthy and to eat and cook in a way that makes it easy for myself and my family, our refrigerator is the first place to start. I'm really, really excited to see what the end result's gonna look like. Let me go ahead and get started. So I wanna start by taking everything out of the refrigerator so I can see what everything looks like and be able to clean off all those shelves and drawers.
You and I, we never show emotions, we just keep it down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go.
So here are the empty shelves with no food on them, but they're pretty disgusting. And look at those drawers. This is definitely going to need some cleaning. I'm going to need to take out all those shelves, pull out those drawers, and get those drawers cleaned out. They are pretty disgusting. Once I took everything out, the shelves and the drawers are pretty disgusting. So I'm going to take those out and clean those and get those cleaned up before I put anything in and before I start going through all the stuff that I've already taken out. If you like what you've seen so far, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome. Let's get started on getting these shelves and these drawers cleaned up. Yeah, they're pretty gross. So I'm wondering, how many of you still have a side-by-side refrigerator and have trouble getting it organized? Leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'll be curious to know.
Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet.
And now all the shelves and drawers are out. Time to get everything clean.
How you feel, just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we could grow just like the flowers through the concrete? Just you and me. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be and you. We're holding back each other.
Okay, look at that clean refrigerator. Wow, that looks amazing. I can't wait to get the food back in there. But first, the door.
Just you and me. Just let go. Ooh,
now that everything's off the door, time to clean that up too. All right, so I've cleaned out everything in the refrigerator, and now I've all the stuff in here. I've cleaned off the shelves, washed and cleaned the drawers. Everything is back in there. So now it's time to go through all this stuff and see what's good and what needs to be thrown away. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, we have some, ooh, what is in here? When you can't see what's in here, that's a problem. Oh, we've got some leftover tomatoes. We had a hamburger party after my son went bowling for his birthday, and I made hamburgers and I put the tomatoes in here. Here's the problem with this container. I didn't know what was in here, and it ended up in my vegetable drawer. I could have used these for sandwiches, and they're still good, but I'm just gonna have to put them in another container so that I can remember what's in there.
I dream about us, I dream about the stardust. I dream about us, I dream of how it started and how it's all connected to everything we'll ever do. I think about what the future's holding for us.
Okay, so I think, let's see, all this milk. So I didn't label this milk. I bought these containers, which I absolutely love. You'll see a link to them in the description box below. But I bought these milk containers, but I didn't put the label on it. So one is heavy cream and one is milk. I believe this one's milk and this one's heavy cream, but I don't know the date on them. So I'm gonna have to get rid of them. Time to reload the refrigerator back up.
Dream about us, a dream of how it started and how it's all connected to everything we'll ever do. I think about what the future's holding for us.
Now it's time to attack this freezer. So there's so much stuff in there. I bet if I clean out all this stuff, I'll probably find enough food in there to cook for probably at least 2 weeks. So let's get it out of here and see what's in here. Okay, so here is all the food that was in my freezer. I'm going to have to go through all this stuff and see what's there so I can make my meals out of what I already have before I go shopping again. So here's a look at everything I have in this freezer. I mean, I have breakfast sausages, I have fish, I've got leftover spaghetti, I have shrimp, I have lemons that I froze because I bought so many lemons in the bag. I thought, I'm not gonna be able to use all these lemons, so why don't I just freeze them? So I froze them in packs of 4 so that I kept 4 in the refrigerator, and then every time I need another 4, I just figured I'd take them out. I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. So let me know if you've ever frozen some of your vegetables and used them later on, and which vegetables worked great and which ones didn't, because I think if I do buy some things in bulk, such as vegetables, I will need to freeze them to make sure that I can use them later so they don't go bad. So I'm going to go through all this stuff right now, and I'm going to write down exactly what I have so that before I go shopping, I will know where I'm starting to see if I need to buy anything to add to it. All right, let me get started. I wrote down everything that I had that was in the freezer here. But here's the thing. I also have a freezer in the garage. I have a full refrigerator freezer and then a deep freezer. So I'm going to go back there and take a look and see what I have out there and write that stuff down. And then I'll come back to join you. Here's the reveal. All right, let's talk about the refrigerator. So I got this Lazy Susan. It's actually 2-tiered, but I didn't put the next tier on there because I didn't want it to be too tall. And I put all of my mustards on there and condiments so I can see them, which is perfect. And then I use this little container here to house all of my breads that I keep refrigerated, and any leftovers I put on that shelf. And then I put all my fruits in this container so I can see them up close and personal. Next to that, I have my egg container. It holds a dozen eggs, I believe. And then my next drawer, this is a drawer I had taken out. I decided to put it back in there, and I put all my cheeses in there. And now I have my fresh fruits like cherry tomatoes and limes and lettuce and chopped up onion that I have back there in the back. And all these containers I will have listed in the description box below. The ones for the fruits and vegetables and eggs and the Lazy Susan. In this drawer you will see that I put more fruits and vegetables in here, but once again, they're in clear containers, no more containers that I cannot see in. And then on this bottom drawer I added some more lettuce, and I can see everything, and I just love the way everything turned out. It is just perfect and so much more functional. On the door, I kept a few more condiments and some croissants, and then I have these containers that I put my juice, my milk, my almond milk, and my regular milk, and all beverages on that shelf. And then a few salad dressings I have, I put those on the next one, and the rest of my condiments are on the bottom. But I can totally see what's in there now, and everything has a place and a space. And here's the freezer reveal. So now in my freezer, I have everything separated in order of things that are similar. So I have my fish on the top shelf, and I have a little bit of chicken that I have over there and an extra box of fish underneath. On the next shelf, I have my pork and my beef, but everything is in its own container. And then on the next shelf, I have a few more containers that would not fit on the next shelf. That has my breakfast sausages, and then a container of some pulled pork that I had was also on that shelf. And then in the bottom drawer, I put my packaged things like frozen vegetables and things like that. And so that's where I house them. And then on the door, I just kept my ice packs there. I put those burritos there, and then I also put a couple of packs of frozen fruit underneath that. And that is all I have on the door. So everything is easy to get to and easy to see. And I actually had an extra shelf on the door. So everything is organized. Everything turned out so well. I am so happy. Okay, so that is it for my refrigerator organization. I'm so glad I finally decided to tackle this because I had so much stuff in there. I just had no clue what was in there. And I'm so glad that now that I have organized it in a way that I think was going to work a lot better for me, that it is all done. I think my favorite is the Lazy Susan that I put on the top rack, because now I can see all of my condiments and especially my mustard, so that I don't just keep buying them, but now I can see them, and that is a game changer. In addition, I like that I have my fruit in a container so I can see all the fruits that I have, so I'm more apt to eat them. I like that in my freezer that I have all my meat separated so that you can tell which ones are chicken, which are the fish, which are where my beef and pork are, and I can see all the things that are already prepared, because a lot of times I go ahead and prepare dishes, and when I have extra I freeze it, but I forget that it's in there. So now I have a dedicated section for just that, for just the things I've already prepared, so I can just grab and go when I need to and when I don't feel like cooking, and then have it on my vegetables on the bottom. So I appreciate you joining me here today while I took care of this. Like and subscribe if you like what I was talking about today, and until we meet again, hugs and love. Bye.